Westmoreland gas station incident. The tragic story of Dacia Forrester and the arrest that has everyone talking. So, welcome to the Common Sense News family. Good day to everyone watching right now, and welcome back to the platform. If this is your first time here, I want to give you a special welcome to the Common Sense News family. Here on this platform, we talk about real stories, real situations, and real conversations that people across Jamaica and the whole entire Caribbean are discussing every single day. We try to look at events carefully and break them down in a way that helps everyone understand what is really happening. Before we get any further into today's serious discussion, I want to ask everyone watching right now to please support the channel. Take a time to like the video, leave your thoughts in the comment section, share this video with friends and family, and remember now the golden rule, which is to subscribe to the channel. Your support helps the Common Sense News family grows and allows us to keep bringing you the latest discussions and updates. Today's story is one that has shaken many communities and has left people across the island asking difficult questions. It involves the tragic death of Dacia Forrester, a disturbing incident at a gas station in Westmoreland, and the shocking development that her sister has now reportedly been arrested and charged after allegedly attacking gas pump attendant Collate Swaby at her workplace at the gas station. This situation has sparked debates everywhere from social media platforms to street corners and community gatherings. People are discussing what happened, how it happened, and whether the entire situation could have been prevented. So today, let us slow things down and take a deeper look into this case. So we're going to look on the quiet parish of Westmoreland. To understand why this story shocks so many people, we first have to talk about the community where everything happened. Westmoreland is known for its peaceful communities, hardworking residents, and strong family values. Many people who live there spend their days working, raising families, and supporting their neighbors. It is a parish filled with fishermen, farmers, shop owners, taxi drivers, and young people trying to build a better future. Like every community in the world, disagreements sometimes happen, but violent situations are not something that people expect to hear about every day. That is why when news first broke about the gas station incident involving Dacia Forrester, many residents could not believe what they were hearing. So we're gonna get to the day everything really and truly changed now, my people. So according to reports and conversations circulating at the time, the incident took place at a local gas station in Westmoreland. Gas stations are usually a busy place, as you all know. Cars come and go. People stop to buy fuel. Workers assist customers throughout the day. On that particular day, Collate Swaby, a pump attendant, was reportedly working her normal shift. For many workers, a shift at a gas station can be long and tiring, but it is honest work. People depend on this job to support themselves and their families, but on this day, something unexpected happened. At some point during the day, a confrontation reportedly took place at the station. At first, it may have seemed like an ordinary argument, but arguments can escalate very quickly when emotions become heated. And unfortunately, that is unexpectedly what may have believed to happen during this situation. So many people across Jamaica understands how quickly disagreements can spiral out of control. Sometimes people argue over small misunderstandings. Other times, they may be deep tensions between individuals. When started as a confrontation at the gas station, soon turned into something much more serious. Reports began circulating that fire became involved in the incident. Now, when fire is involved in any conflict at all, the danger increases immediately. But when that fire happens at a gas station where fuel is everywhere, the risk becomes even greater, right, people? Witnesses reportedly describes a moment of chaos and panic. People nearby began running away. Some tried to understand what was happening, others were simply frozen in shock. And in the middle of this terrifying moment was Dacia Forrester. So right now, the injuries suffered by Dacia Forrester were very, very serious, extremely serious. Burn injuries are mostly among the most painful and dangerous injuries, as we all know, as a person can really experience. They damage the skin, but they can also affect nerves, muscles, and more detrimental the internal organs. Doctors often say that burn victims face long and painful battles for recovery, When news spread that a young woman had suffered severe burns at the gas station, many people across Jamaica were really shocked. Social media quickly filled with messages of concern. People began praying for her recovery. Friends and families members hoped that she would survive, but unfortunately, the situation took a tragic turn. Despite efforts from medical professionals, the injuries proved too severe. Eventually, the heartbreaking news was confirmed. Dacia Forrester has died from the burn she suffered during the incident. Her death sent waves of sadness throughout the community. As some people, whenever a young life is lost in such a tragic way, the pain spreads far beyond just the immediate family. Friends are going to mourn, neighbors are going to feel the loss, and remember now, community struggles to understand how something so terrible could really and happen really and truly happen in a them community. For the Forrester family, the pain must have been very overwhelming. A lot of people losing a loved one suddenly, especially in such a violent situation, is something that leaves deep emotional scars. Whenever tragedies like this occur, emotions run high. Grief can take many forms. Sometimes it appears as sadness, sometimes it appears as confusion, and sometimes grief can turn into anger. Many people began asking questions. What exactly happened to that day was questions they asked. Who was responsible? Could the situation have been avoided? And as I say, investigators began looking into the incident carefully, trying to piece together the full story. But as time passed, now you guys know another shocking development would emerge. Just when people thought the case could not become more complicated, news began circulating that Dacia Forrester's sister had been arrested and charged. According to reports, authorities allege that she helped attack gas station pump attendant Collate Swaby at her workplace. This revelation shocked many people across the country. Some individuals expressed sympathy for the family, believing that grief may have pushed emotion beyond control. Others strongly condemned the alleged attack, saying that violence only creates more suffering. Either way, people, the situation quickly became one of the most talked about stories in recent memory. When I look at this situation as a human being, my people, not just as someone discussing the news, I see something deeper than just a headline. I see a reminder of how fragile life can be. One argument, one misunderstanding, one moment of anger, those things can sometimes lead to consequences that change lives forever. Another thing that stands out to me is how grief can affect people. Losing someone you love can make emotions feel overwhelming. Some people cry, some people become quiet, some people feel anger towards anyone they believe may have played a role. But reacting with violence rarely brings peace. Instead, it often leads to even more pain and more family suffering. One of the most important things in this situation is allowing the legal system to do its job. Investigators must gather evidence, witnesses must share what they saw, and courts must examine the facts. Justice should not be decided through rumors, social media arguments, or emotional reactions. Justice must come through careful investigation and fair judgment. That process can take time, but it is necessary. And right now, situations like this remind us of something very important. Conflicts will always exist in our society. People will disagree, people will argue, but the real test of character is how we handle those disagreements. If anger takes control, the consequence can be devastating, as you guys see now. Communities grow stronger when people choose patience, understanding, and peaceful solutions. So, to everyone watching right now, this story is a painful reminder of how quickly life can change. The loss of Dacia Forrester is a tragedy that can never be undone. Now the case has taken another serious turn with the reports arrested connected to the alleged attack of Collate Swaby. As the legal process continues, many people will be watching closely to see how the situations unfold. But above all else, we must remember that behind every one of these headlines are real people and real families dealing with real pain. So before we get no further into today's discussion, I want to just thank every single person who continues to support the Common Sense News family. Your supports mean everything. If you want to continue hearing real discussions about the stories affecting Jamaica and the Caribbean, please remember to like the video, comment your thoughts below, share the video with others, and subscribe to the channel. And most importantly, tell a friend that Common Sense News is the place to be for the latest discussions and updates. Also, my people, we just want to emphasize that all of you guys have a good day watching right now, and Welcome to the platform. If you are new here, I want to give you a warm welcome to the Common Sense News family. You guys, this is a place where we come together to talk about the stories that people across Jamaica and the Caribbean are discussing every single day. Here on this platform, we do more than just repeat the news. We try to understand the stories, the emotions behind them, and the lessons that our communities can learn. Many times, the headlines only tell part of the story. But when we take the time to slow down and look deeper, we can sometimes understand the bigger picture. So right now, people, before we get into today's discussion, I want to ask everyone watching to support this platform. Please like the video, people, share it, and comment your thoughts and subscribe. Remember, say supporting this channel help us grow and allows the Common Sense News family to keep bringing important conversations to the public. So right now, people, today we are talking about a situation that has shaken many people across the island, and it is the tragic story involving Dacia Forrester. So, the incident that took place in Westmoreland and the recent news that Dacia's sister has been reportedly arrested and charged after allegedly attacking gas station pump attendant Collate Swaby at her workplace. This story has caused a lot of discussion. People are sharing their opinions everywhere from social media to community gatherings, and some people feel sympathy, others feel anger, and many people simply want to understand what really and truly happened. So today, let us talk about the situation in a calm and thoughtful way. So when people first heard about the gas station incident, many were shocked. A gas station is normally a simple place where people stop for fuel and try to go on with their day. Workers there are simply trying to earn a living and supporting their families. But on that day, something happened that changed everything. Reports suggest that there was some kind of confrontation or disagreement at the gas station. Also, at first, it may have looked like a normal argument. Arguments happen everywhere. People sometimes disagree over small things, and usually those disagreements end with words. But sometimes emotions become too strong. Sometimes people get angry, sometimes they feel disrespected. And when anger takes control, situations can quickly become dangerous. Unfortunately, that is what many believe happened in this case. The situation became even more frightening when fire became involved. Fire is one of the most dangerous things that can appear in any conflict. It spreads quickly and causes serious harm. And when fire appears at a gas station, the danger becomes even more greater because the fuel is all over the place. Witnesses reportedly described a moment of panic. People began running away from the area. Some were confused, others were shocked by what they were seeing. During the whole chaos, Dacia Forrester suffered very serious burn injuries. Burn injuries are extremely painful. They damage the skin and can also affect other parts of the body. Doctors often say that severe burns are among the hardest injuries for a person to recover from. When news spread that Dacia had been badly burned, many people began praying and hoping that she would survive. But sadly, the outcome was tragic. After the incident, Dacia was taken for medical treatment. Doctors tried their best to help her recover. Family members and friends waited anxiously for good news. But sometimes injuries are simply too severe. Eventually, the heartbreaking news came that Dacia Forrester has passed away because of the injuries she suffered. Her death left many people in shock. Whenever a young person loses their life in such a tragic way, the pain spreads throughout the entire community. Family cries, friends remember the good times they shared, neighbors feel the sadness as well, and the people begin asking questions. They want to know what really happened and why things went so wrong. Losing a loved one is one of the hardest experiences anyone can face. Grief can feel like a heavy weight on the heart. It can make people feel confused, sad, and sometimes even angry. When someone dies suddenly, the family often struggles to understand what happened. They may replay the situation in their minds again and again, asking themselves if anything could have been done differently. For the family of Dacia Forrester, the pain must be very deep. Losing a sister, a daughter, or a friend in such a painful way is something that can leave emotional scars that last for many years. Grief is a powerful emotion. Sometimes it makes people cry, sometimes it makes them quiet, and sometimes it can make people feel angry at the world around them. Recently, this story took another unexpected turn. Reports began circulating that Dacia Forrester's sister has been arrested and charged. Authorities allege that she helped carry out an attack against gas station pump attendant Collate Swaby at her workplace. This news surprised many people. Some people react with shock. Others said they were not surprised because grief can sometimes cause people to act out of anger. But regardless of the emotions involved, the situation has now become more complicated. Instead of one tragic incident, the story now includes another serious accusation and another investigation. When we look at the story like this, it is easy to focus only on the headlines. But if we step back for a moment, we can see the situation involves real human beings and real emotions. On one side, there is a family that has lost someone they love. On the other side, there are individuals connected to the incident who are now facing public attention and legal questions. Situations like this remind us how complicated life can be. Sometimes conflict grows from misunderstandings, sometimes anger causes people to make decisions they later regret, and sometimes tragedies happen that no one expected. One of the biggest lessons that can come from situations like this is the importance of self-control. Anger is a normal human emotion. Everyone feels it from time to time. But what truly matters is how we respond to that anger. If people react with violence, the situation often becomes worse. Instead of solving a problem, violence creates more pain and more suffering. Many people across Jamaica have seen situations where one moment of anger changed the lives of many people forever. That is why it is important for communities to encourage peaceful solutions and calm thinking during conflicts. Another important part of this story is the legal process now. When incidents like this happen, investigators must carefully examine the facts. They must listen to witnesses, gather evidence, and understand exactly what happened. The courts then review the information and decide what action should be taken. This process takes time, but it is necessary. Justice cannot be rushed. It must be based on facts, not rumors or emotions. As the investigation continues, many people will be watching closely to see how the whole case unfolds. Stories like this remind us that our communities must always look for ways to solve problems peacefully. Conflicts will always exist. People will disagree from time to time, but choosing patience, understanding, and communication can prevent situations from becoming dangerous. Communities grow stronger when people support each other instead of allowing anger to take control. The tragic story involving Dacia Forrester and the recent arrest connected to the alleged attack on Collate Swaby has left many people thinking deeply about the consequences of conflict and grief. It is a reminder that life can change very quickly. One moment of anger can lead to years of pain. One argument can turn into something far more serious. As the case continues to move forward, many people are hoping that the truth will come out and that justice will be handled fairly. But beyond the legal process, the most important thing is to remember the human side of the whole story, the families, the emotions, and the lives that have been affected. Before we end today's discussion, I want to thank everyone who continues to support the Common Sense News family. If you appreciate conversations like this where we look deeper into important stories, please remember to like the video, comment your opinion below, and share the video with friends and family. Also remember the golden rule, which is to subscribe to the channel. And remember to tell a friend that Common Sense News is the place to be for the latest stories and discussion. Stay safe everyone, and I will see you guys in the next upload. I'm out.